Hello beautiful people, Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhbl.com for short, and it is that time of the week. The end of the year is in sight, but the releases keep on coming. Here are 5 that you need to check out this week, and we kick off with a mighty banger. It is the UK mathcore outlaws Pupil Slice, who have returned with Fleshwork, their brand new album out via Prosthetic Records. Look, this isn't the Pupil Slicer of old, nor the Pupil Slicer of tomorrow. Hell, it's the Pupil Slicer of now, and they've never sounded as potent as they do here. It's their most varied release to date, and with that comes a scaled back approach that allows their voices to come through in clearer and less hurried fashion. This will reach a new audience, a whole new audience, and allow them to find their connection to the band, while those who've been along for the ride so far will find their connection deepening. Up next, rockers Analog Amara have released their debut EP, Slowly Falling Apart. The EP reflects moments of emotional unraveling, connection slipping away, memory taking over, and the quiet question of what comes next. Now, a word that can be used to define this release is emotional. While it is one of many, it's fair to say that it's probably the most prevalent. All because the musical combination, a potent blend of rock and pop, given an anthemic injection, oozes heart and soul from the first track to the last. Analog Amara aren't doing anything particularly fresh, but that's okay because they deliver some really strong music that has obvious universal appeal.
Just like a stranger, you look the other way like it never even happened.
After nearly 3 decades of forging their own path through the world of melodic death metal, Finnish torchbearers Omnium Gatherum have made a triumphant return with a defining statement. Their 10th studio album, May the Bridges We Burn Light the Way, out via Century Media Records. How do you celebrate such a momentous milestone? If you're Omnium Gatherum, you look at the length and breadth of your career, 30 bloody years, taking everything that they've done to date and putting it into one complete record. It is the complete Omnium Gatherum, as they stand today, proudly looking back, but with feet facing forward. It might be a celebration, so to speak, of the band's immense melodeath ways, but it is not stuck in the past. Shatter and Bloom is Stelver's explosive new EP, blending raw emotion, melody and heaviness into a powerful statement of modern metal strength. This band has real talent, powerful rhythm work, strong guitar and bass tones, and a remarkably versatile vocalist. They know how to use these strengths intelligently, and the crisp production ensures every detail shines through. The result is a modern, ambitious and fiercely engaging release from a band that looks set to achieve huge things. And finally, it's the Swedish death metal veterans Centenex, returning with full force and fearless conviction on their 12th full-length album with Guts and Glory, out via Black Lion Records. Here we get 8 tracks of the heavy and brutal stuff, albeit with a penchant for thrashy, punky and traditional metal flair. It just means we get death metal with some groove, and who the hell is going to complain about that? Especially when the core of this band remains rooted in the death side of things. There you have it. There's our 5 recommendations for this week. All 5 are out now, and of course there are many, many more, including others that we reviewed over on the website. They just didn't quite make this list. You got your own suggestions or thoughts on what I've said here? You know what to do. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.